Good morning. Good morning, y'all. We have made it to Saturday. We made it. We made it, yo. We made it to Saturday, y'all. I know it was a long week, man. I know it was a long week. I'm feeling y'all. I know. But Saturday is here. Time to have some fun. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Get you something to eat. Get something good to eat today. Get some fucking... I know y'all got some coupons. Go get a foot long from Subway. Put some ham and vinegar and salt and pepper and all that. Oh, with some salt and vinegar chips or barbecue. Oh, let me tell you, don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. But anyway, y'all, so this video right here is uploaded by Scribbl. And it's called Every Time Cartman Got Instant Karma. So yeah, y'all know I like Cartman. He got a little special place in my heart with his little demonic ass. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see this. I do want to see if he deserved every instant karma. He deserved it, but let's see. Let's just get into the video. Yeah, let's do that. Like the video, comment, definitely subscribe. Alright, let's go.
Eric Cartman may be the least sympathetic guy on television. I mean, just look at the things he does.
I made you eat your parents.
Yeah, I'm still trying to scrub that one from my brain. Therapy bills, anyone? I'm a starving artist. But hey, even the greatest masterminds have their off days, and when things go south for Cartman, well, let's just say they tend to plummet straight into the abyss. In season 14, episode 6, Cartman's infamous culinary masterpiece, From Scott Tenorman Must Die, comes back to haunt him.
Revenge is a dish best served chili. Scott Tenorman?
In the flesh, and not exactly
Wait,
looking...
what season he say? I ain't never see this. I do remember when Cartman, this dude was bullying him over his $20 or something like that, and he wouldn't give him his money back, so he took his parents out and made him into chili and made him eat it. Tell me they ain't demonic. Cartman, I'ma see you. I'ma be sitting right beside you. Down there. You know what I'm saying?
Good,
so
for obvious reasons. So the episode where this unholy reunion occurs is titled 201, and that's pretty much the least weird thing about this episode. It all kicks off with the story of a certain war veteran named Mitch Connor, who just so happens to be Cartman's puppet hand. Literally. After a mortgage filled with military service and PTSD, things pivot back to the present where Cartman is in Mr. Garrison's office demanding an answer to his age-old question of who his father is.
That's right. Tell me the truth.
All I can tell you, Eric, is that we were all told to stick to the story.
Considering the usual insanity of South...
Did we ever find out who his daddy was? Because I remember asking that in, 2 videos ago? Or the last video we did on South Park? Did we find out who Eric's dad is? Let me find out.
Park, sticking to the story feels like the least believable part here. The plot spirals further into weirdness where the camera pans outside, and surprise, surprise, South Park is in trouble again. Turns out someone is once again ticked off at the Gingers of the town, who are now locked in a standoff with the rest of the townsfolk.
You said you wanted we got him for you.
We have no way of knowing if is really in there. It could be a trick.
Yeah, so the censored name is basically Prophet Muhammad, whose appearance is also censored throughout the episode for obvious reasons. I mean, there's the uncensored version, but I think it's best that we keep it this way. The showdown results in...
South Park ain't got no fucking chill. They don't give a fuck who they roast. Oh my god, South Park, y'all niggas tripping, yo! Lord, please don't ever, I don't ever want to be famous enough, or famous period, to be on a South Park episode. I can't handle it. Well, that would be kind of funny though, huh? I don't think I wouldn't be like fucking, didn't Mel Gibson or somebody get pissed off with them because they had that episode about him and he was in the closet and all that? Yeah, let's just...
It's a Mecha Streisand swooping in and laying waste to South Park because apparently the Legion of Doom is also interested in the Prophet as their leader. Tom Cruise wants to clone his appearance so that no one would mock him anymore. And that, my friends, is Trey Parker at his unhinged best. Meanwhile, Cartman, armed with a lead from Mr. Garrison, sets out to Dr. Mephisto's lab to solve his paternity mystery. Of course, this all builds to the mother of all showdowns featuring Stan and Kyle, a captured prophet, and an army of radical gingers.
Oh crap, the Gingers! Gingers, no!
Safe to say, it isn't Cartman's day so far. The Gingers capture Stan and Kyle while Cartman is left to confront what is easily the biggest ghost from his infamous past, Scott Tenorman. And let's just say Scott isn't exactly all right in the head, so we get the whole twisted chilly theme park that makes Hazbin Hotel look like a children's playground. Cartman is strapped to a chair with his mom forced to watch it all go down as Scott lays some truth bombs on him.
You killed your own father, and then you fed him to your half-brother!
And that, folks, is why you...
What? I don't even remember what this dude's parents had looked like. Did they ever show his parents? I don't even remember what his parents looked like. I gotta go back and watch that episode or something, or some kind of way, because these shits get copyrighted like a motherfucker. I don't care right now because I'm not monetized, but we gotta go back and find that episode because I need to know if they showed his parents. I need to see who Cartman dad is. So they brothers. That's your, oh my god.
Don't let secrets or psychopaths fester. So basically, Cartman's whole Scott Tenorman must die campaign turned out to be one huge bust. And when you consider that the Gingers on Scott's side were actually radicalized by Cartman in Season 9, Episode 11, Ginger Kids, it's safe to say that everything that played out so far is of Cartman's own doing.
Now eat your chili!
Yep, luckily for Cartman, the super best friends bust into Dr. Mephisto's lab just in time to stop the Gingers and the Legion of Doom. Chaos ensues, Scott flies away in a jetpack, and Jesus is confused. Never thought I'd say that sentence.
I'll be back, super best friends!
Who's the creepy ginger kid?
Cartman might make heaven after all.
Stop.
The dust settles with Kyle delivering a censored monologue on religious extremism as Santa and Jesus chime in like it's just another Tuesday. And just like that, the fighting is over and the city is free to start rebuilding again for the 39th time. Then there's Cartman, who's busy crying his eyes out, no thanks to what he's just learned. Stan, Kyle, and Kenny try to cheer him up the best way they can, only to discover that his grief is not about what they think it's about.
My dad was Scott Tenorman's dad! Don't you guys realize what that means?
What?
My dad was a ginger!
Honestly, if you didn't see that ending coming, then you haven't seen enough of the show.
Cartman, what the fuck, dude? So, did they ever show Cartman's hair? I've never seen Cartman without his hat on. I don't think. Is he a ginger? I don't know. We got to go watch this show, y'all. I'm gonna figure out a way around this copyright shit. Fuck it, man. We gotta go watch this show. I gotta hit some people up. Help me. Nigga. Help me. I need to get around the copyrights. I need to see what the going on, man.
Speaking of shows, up next on the list as Cartman fails is none other than Season 12, Episode 9, Breast Cancer Show Ever.
I don't want
God,
an
I'm
excuse. I'm
scared.
out of you.
Cartman getting beat up? Sign me the hell up. The chaos starts like any other day at South Park Elementary. Cartman's obnoxious, the class spirals into mayhem, and Mr. Garrison probably wonders why he didn't just stick with accounting. But today the bullseye is not on him. It's on Wendy, who's presenting a project on breast cancer.
Wendy, you need to calm down. You're gonna get your boobs all angry and they're gonna start killing everyone. Dude, I'm on fire today.
Pretty much what the marshmallow said. Rather than sensing the imminent burn, Cartman does what he does best,
no.
pushes his luck. When class is over and Wendy's hanging up breast cancer awareness posters, he doubles down on his antics. And shocker, Wendy snaps, because there's only so long one can stand Cartman's gremlin voice.
You better shut up or I'll make you shut up.
What are you gonna do about it,
Get
Wendy?
his ass,
I'm gonna kick your
Wendy.
ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh boy.
Now, we all know middle school threats are usually as empty as New Year's resolutions, but Wendy means business.
Hey.
Cartman, instead of de-escalating like a rational person, which sadly he is not, he throws gasoline into the fire, solidifying the impending beatdown he's about to receive.
As soon as that bell rings, we do it outside. You got that?
Oh, it's on.
You're gonna die.
After that, we get Butters running around school like a town crier. The news spreads like wildfire, and the fight's pretty much set in stone. Now, up till this point, Cartman still hasn't taken things seriously as he expects Wendy to back off from the fight. However, it soon becomes obvious, thanks to her intense stare down at the cafeteria, that she fully intends to see this fight through.
Oh, look.
That, my friends, is the face of someone who knows he's messed up. So Cartman's fate boils down to three possibilities. 1, beat Wendy and look like the world's biggest misogynist. 2, back out and become the official school coward. And 3, get absolutely obliterated by Wendy, and as Butters puts it,
If you got beat up by a girl, everyone would think you were.
which is basically 9/11 for Eric Cartman's ego. Faced with these oh-so-terrible options, Cartman finally decides to apologize to Wendy, except of course it's Cartman, so even his apology is half-assed.
I don't want to fight you after school. I'm sorry.
If you're really sorry, you can say it in front of everyone.
Might as well wait for pigs to fly. After several failed attempts to weasel out of the fight, including bribery, faking a muscular disorder, and eating his own underwear, which, trust me, do not visualize that, detention turns out to be the only way out for Cartman, which he earns by crapping on Mr. Garrison's desk, because
Did he really just do what I think he just did, dude? I know
If you're really sorry, you can say it in front of everyone.
might as well wait for pigs to fly. After several failed attempts to weasel out of the fight, including bribery, faking a muscular disorder, and eating his own underwear, which, trust me, do not visualize that, detention turns out to be the only way out for Cartman, which he earns by
Cartman. Cartman. Did you really shit on this man's desk? What the? Who thinks of that? Who thinks I'm about to go take a shit on my teacher's desk? It ain't never that deep, dude. And the thing is, Mr. Garrison was just, he just got, what do you call it? Indirect fucking whatever the fuck I'm thinking of. Y'all know the word I'm thinking about. Yo, Cartman, this is diabolical, man. Oh, hell no. We only 6 minutes into the video, and this is diabolical. Cartman, what the fuck, dude? Yo, hell no.
Crapping on Mr. Garrison's desk, because even in his most desperate of hours, Cartman is still a pain in the ass. So he gets the tension, obviously, and it seems as though he's home and dry. But since a lot of people are eager to see the fight, Craig and the boys play Booker of the Year and move the fight to the next morning.
Tomorrow morning, you die tomorrow morning.
2 words, folks. Absolutely screwed. But his panicking doesn't last long because he's got one ace up his sleeve, his mom. And since he's basically frontrunner for Actor of the Year in South Park, he puts on a show that solidifies Wendy as the villain in his story.
I want to be your friend. I don't have that many friends at school.
I mean, the collective IQ of the adults in the show is like 50, so it's no surprise that they fall for that.
Not
Next
even
morning,
that
Cartman strutts into class in his
much,
usual
telling
gloating
you
self and
now.
begins taunting Wendy. But just when she's one job away from popping a nerve, she gets called to the principal's office, and to her surprise, it's not a beration session, but a pep talk.
Cancer is pure evil. It is a
Pep
fat little
talk.
lump that needs to be destroyed. You have to fight it.
And you know what else starts with C and fits that description? Safe to say Wendy got the memo as she leaves the principal's office, heads straight to the playground, and absolutely obliterates Cartman. Luckily for him, Mr. Mackey arrives in time before Wendy can finish the job. She walks away from the scene, leaving a bruised up Cartman to pick up the pieces of his...
Destroyed. You have to...
And you know what else starts with C and fits that description? Safe to say Wendy got the memo as she leaves the principal's office, heads straight to the playground, and absolutely obliterates...
Look at man's face. Cartman. And guess what? He ain't learned his lesson after this, probably. I'm pretty fucking sure. It's Cartman. Yo. Look at this man's face. And you gotta think, too. These motherfuckers this is elementary school. This is, what, 4th grade, 5th grade? Yo. This show is fucking wild. I love this shit, man. I love this
Obliterates
shit,
Cartman.
man. Look at him. Still shot, bull. Still shot. I can't even
Obliterates
fucking
Cartman.
pause it right. Look at him. And look at fucking Craig in the background, like, yeah, get his fucking ass. Yo, Cartman, God, she whooped your ass, my boy. Woo! Teeth out and everything.
Luckily for him,
Get it,
Mr. Mackey arrives in time before Wendy can finish the job. She walks away from the scene, leaving a bruised up Cartman to pick up the pieces of his shattered ego, and let's just say it was quite the sight to behold.
My school life is over because now all the guys don't think I'm cute.
Dude, we never thought you were cool.
Which of course leads to Cartman forming the narrative in his head that they're all saying that because they like him and they don't want him to feel bad, and so he leaves the playground with a bloody
Never
smile and
thought you
delusional
were
as ever, only this time he can pin it on a CTE. But what he can't pin on any head injury is the mental gymnastics on display in Cartman Sucks.
Dude, how is putting Butter's wiener in your mouth getting him? Because that
What?
makes Butter's gay now.
No, dude, that makes you gay.
What?
That's our guy, all right.
Oh, that was from that clip that we watched in the last video, or the video before that, when the daddy walked in and Cartman, right? That had to be the same fucking episode. Because that is what he was trying to do. That had to be from that episode.
Since there's a lot of hot dog
Yeah,
activity in this
this.
episode, I'll do my best to keep things PG-ish.
Thank
It
you.
all started
I
with Cartman proudly showing
appreciate
off
it.
his scrapbook of pranks he's pulled on Butters, basically his personal highlight reel of bad decisions, except this one has a little extra flesh. Not content with flashing his butt at a sleeping Butters, Cartman decides the next
Butters,
logical step forward is to
Jesus
put Butters'
Christ, I'm
wiener in his mouth
sorry,
while snapping a
Butters.
picture. But before he can pitch this genius idea to Stan, Kyle, and Kenny, Butters walks in ready for their little sleepover. Kyle, being the voice of reason, tries to warn Butters about Cartman's master plan, which unsurprisingly ends poorly.
What do you
Of
mean?
course,
I
Butters
mean
so
that
slow.
What he means is that he's jealous that you've taken his place as my new best friend. But grow up, Kyle.
Yeah, grow up, Kyle.
A brain that's smooth as butter. Really living up to that name, huh? So Kyle storms off without finishing his warning, which honestly would have saved everyone involved a whole lot of hassle, and me a lot of breath. And so Cartman's plan goes through. He takes the picture, arming him with an entry in his scrapbook to showcase to the boys.
I waited till he was totally asleep, right? And I pulled down his pants, and then I took a picture of his wiener in my mouth.
First off,
Wait,
sexual
in your
assault.
mouth?
Secondly, there's something that has to be said about Cartman's ability to be very crafty and very foolish at the same time.
I thought he put his own in his mouth. Ew, I don't even want to think about this, dude. I keep forgetting. I gotta bring it back to this is elementary school. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. Hold on. I'ma just press play. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
And Kyle immediately point out the obvious
Nothing.
flaw in Cartman's logic, and you can
God
almost hear his
dang.
brain short-circuiting as he realizes what he's just done. After a back and
Yeah.
forth about Cartman's new supposed sexual orientation, Kyle decides to use the opportunity to mess with Cartman,
The only way you can cancel it out is to get Butters to put your wiener in his mouth.
which apparently cancels out the
Oh, that's
gay
what
polarity,
happened.
which is as absurd as it sounds. And since absurdity is Cartman's bread and butter, he completely buys the theory and rushes to trick Butters into
Oh
a position
my
that even
gosh.
with context can only be interpreted one way.
Butters!
Hey, Dad!
Butters, what are you doing?
I'm getting a surprise!
Him pointing
I
out
mean,
his
that's
mouth
a-
absolutely killed me, by the way. And also his
Lord
dad,
have
who
mercy.
immediately declares his son bi-curious and ships him off to Camp New Grace to pray away the gay.
I
Cartman, on the other
remember
hand, finally
this
decides to do his own
vaguely.
research, at which point he discovers that there's no such thing as gay polarity. However, there's still the very real picture of him with Butters' wiener in his mouth, and since he was dumb enough to show Stan and the boys, you best believe they're not about to let him live it down.
Yeah,
Yes, please
that
don't tell
part.
anybody.
We won't tell anybody as long as you are super nice to us every day from now on.
You might as well ask him to jump off a bridge. Knowing the
Okay.
obvious limits to his theatrics, and by that I mean saying anything nice about Kyle, Cartman decides to go with Plan B, which involves photoshopping Kyle's face onto his own in the incriminating picture. And since Karma loves to dunk on Cartman, the photo mysteriously goes missing, and so naturally he blames Kyle.
What did you do with my picture?
Knock it off! I don't have your stupid picture.
Convinced Kyle stole it, Cartman tries everything to get the picture back, including involving the police and his parents. Both plans flop as Kyle truly does
police.
not have it, and after his typical rant about Jews, Cartman settles for the nuclear option.
I'm going to print out another copy of that picture and show it to the class myself.
The next morning, he heads to school and gives a presentation on his
No.
photography endeavors, which surprisingly includes some very nicely taken photos, and of course, the photo in question at the very last slide. Jaws drop to the floor. Cartman tries to spin it as a statement on the war on Iraq, and Mr. Mackey swoops in just in time to put the cherry on top.
We got an emergency message from your mother. Kyle didn't have it after all. Found it under your desk.
That is the absolute ultimate form of poetic justice, undoubtedly
God
going down as one of the
damn,
worst days of Cartman's
Cartman.
life. Moving on, we turn our attention to Stunning and Brave, where we witness
dude.
firsthand what a broken Cartman looks like.
Cartman? We can't beat him, you guys. PC principal is too strong.
And the beatdowns have returned. They were
What?
not gone for long. So it all begins with an emergency all-school meeting where Mr. Mackey announced that thanks to a student referring to as a hot Cosby, creative but dark, Principal Victoria has been fired and replaced with a guy simply known as PC Principal. Cue the collective
Oh, I
gasps, at which
remember
point
this
PC Principal
guy.
struts in like he's a 90s sports drink commercial. He snatches the mic from Mr. Mackey, and the rest is pretty much history.
I'm here because this place is lost in a time warp.
And by that, he means all the slurs, bigotry, and whatnot you'd normally encounter whilst roaming the halls of the school. From the jump, it becomes pretty obvious that he and Cartman are surely on a collision course, but before then, there's the matter of Kyle. The next day, Stan, Kyle, and Kenny are doing their usual hallway loitering when Butters rolls up and fills them in on Cartman, who, to no one's surprise, has earned himself 4 days of detention. Kyle, of course, is happy with the recent developments up until an announcement is made.
Will Kyle Broflovsky report to the principal's office immediately? Okay.
So he heads to the principal's office where he finds out, along with his dad, who's been summoned, that he's earned himself 2 weeks of detention for words he said to another girl. And considering that Cartman only got 4 days for whatever crazy he's most definitely did, you'd expect Kyle's words to be something on the extreme side, but as it turns out, his cardinal sin is, well, saying this.
I don't think Caitlyn Jenner is a hero.
Bruh. What episode is this? This man got 4 weeks. 4 weeks in detention for saying, I don't think Caitlyn Jenner is a hero. Why? Well, 4 weeks. I mean, that's his opinion. That's his fucking opinion. South Park be, oh, Lord have mercy. South Park does something to the left side. See, yeah, the left side of my brain. It just does something to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel the left side of my brain doing something. You know? Like, is it just me? Because the left side of my brain is like burning and tingling sensation or something. Like, you know, like... I'm losing my mind watching this. Slowly, dude.
Yeah, not exactly what I'd call a chill guy. I don't know about you. Kyle's dad tries to calm things down, at which point him and Kyle are chased out of the office by PC Principal. Later that day, Kyle and the boys finally run into Cartman, and while you'd expect him to be hatching a plan to get back at PC Principal, this time around it seems like he doesn't have an appetite for any type of uprising whatsoever.
Aren't you going to, go do something about this new principal?
I've already got 4 days of detention. I don't want any more. I'm gonna start following the rules.
Unfortunately, Cartman's never been great at
I
sticking to
don't
good
believe
decisions,
that
and so after
bullshit
standing Kyle
at
pump him up with
all.
Tom Brady's analogies because nothing inspires rebellion like a star quarterback, Cartman decides to take on PC Principal. So he sneaks into the faculty bathroom with Butters' underwear because, of course, waits for PC Principal to come in and use the urinal, at which point he sets him up for the perfect blackmail.
PC Principal, you have Butters' underwear and now... Oh my gosh, it's got your DNA all over it. This certainly doesn't look good for you.
Except it just so happens to not be that.
That was the ultimate setup, dude. That was the ultimate setup, dude. Did this work? Cartman, say what you want. The man's is a genius. Like, I know all his plans don't be going through. They don't need to. You know, they don't need to. But to think of these elaborate ass plans like he do, to be a 4th grader, the man's smart, man. Like, the man is smart. You gotta give him that, period. I don't
Effective
even
because
think
while
like,
normal
I
people in the
can't
situation
even
would be
think like
absolutely
that,
panicking,
folks.
PC Principal isn't exactly who you'd call normal. So when Cartman uses the word
shit.
spokesman during a shakedown, the result is, we'll see for yourself.
Did you just say spokesman when women are just as capable of selling sandwiches as anyone?
I mean, who hasn't slammed kids across bathroom walls defending their ideology?
Beating the shit
By
out of
the
him.
time the smoke clears, Cartman's a human pancake, and the boys come in to visit him later, at which point he advises them to all surrender to the principal and just accept the new order of things. But of course, the madness does not end there. PC Principal and his band of woke warriors, aka the
Randy, why you in your drawers in my face? Why are you in your drawers in my face with a cup of beer? Please explain this scene to me. And this man right here got on damn Daisy Dukes. This one in his drawers with flip-flops on. What is this scene? What is this? What episode and what is this? Okay, I need context. I need to know why I am seeing this in my face right now. Okay? Help me out. Somebody, help me out. Please.
The PC bros decide to haze Kyle. They break into his room at night, totally normal behavior, time to a tree, and doodle wieners on his face. Word soon reaches Cartman that Kyle is being tormented, and I think we all know what happens next.
Kyle? My friend, Kyle?
Cue the battle music. From here, we basically enter into peak Cartman territory.
What color is Cartman here? I literally just
And
asked
doodle
that.
wieners on his face. Word soon reaches Cartman that Kyle is being tormented, and I think we all know what happens next.
Okay. Even though it do look a little red, do look a little gingery, Cartman. And this cartoon is not ginger. It's brown. I'm thinking it's supposed to be brown. Okay? So, Cartman, I'm going to give you a pass on this one. But IRL, this shit, it almost ginger, my boy. You be talking all that shit now. It's almost ginger. I'm just saying.
Kyle? My friend, Kyle?
Cue the battle music. From here, we basically enter into peak Cartman territory with a plan straight out of Mad Max. It features
Oh,
pregnant
these
Mexican women,
pregnant
taco
women.
cannons, Syrian refugee children, Jared Fogle, and Chinese
Not
drivers.
Jared
One
Fogle,
unhinged Clash of
bitch.
Clans campaign
Run.
later, and Kyle is forced to swoop in and save the day with 5 magic words.
Caitlyn Jenner is a hero.
See? Not so hard. Only maybe you should have said it earlier before Cartman was, I don't know, destroyed. The episode ends with the entire town clapping for Kyle, including Cartman. PC Principal surprisingly still a free man, and Cartman still has a few broken bones that need healing. Still on the topic of Cartman's comeuppance, the next episode.
Oh my god. That looked like a wild ass episode, y'all. I promise you. I'm gonna go back. I gotta find these episodes. I need the full context, all of it. I'm gonna do my best to get around the copyright. Even though, like I said, I really don't care right now because I'm not monetized or nothing like that. I'm gonna do my best to get around these copyrights. I gotta find these episodes. Alright? But this video long as shit. I'll come back and finish the rest. Cause it's a whole nother good, 20 minutes left on it. And my video already 25 minutes because I talk too much. But yeah. What the day is? I don't know what day this video coming out. I think this Friday. Right? Or Saturday. I forgot. I tell you, the left side of my brain, y'all, don't hold me. It's the left side of my brain after watching this shit. Okay? I'm sorry. Either way. Okay? Either way, for the left side of my brain's sake, like the video. Like the video. Comment. Let me know some episodes that I should check out. The full episodes. Definitely subscribe. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Have a good day. Bye, y'all.